When you go into a relationship, do you actually discuss with the person what the relationship is going to look like? Now, what I mean by that is, have you ever sat down and talked about whether or not you want to have children, whether or not marriage is something that's important to you, how you manage your finances? Because quite often we assume that the way that we do things is the way that everybody else does things. Do you have similar goals financially? Do you talk about what the relationship itself is going to look like, the agreements around that? If you do have children in the future, how are you going to navigate that? What type of parenting? Do you even talk about sex and what your sexual goals are? And the reason all of this information is important, we can often fall into relationships with assumptions that the person is wanting what we want, or they may change their mind or end up choosing us and the way that we want things if we can somehow convince them. And that element of convincing tends to be a lot more what women can end up doing. And so the reason that I'm bringing this information, this question is, have you ever sat down and really thought about what you want in a relationship? How you're going to navigate things when they are difficult, how you are going to have uncomfortable conversations and navigate conflict. Also, the relationship, what that person is to you. And something that really spoke to me a few years ago was this idea of relationship anarchy, which is any relationship you have, whether it's romantic, sexual, friendship, having a really clear idea of how that person fits into your life in that way. Because, I have friends that I really enjoy going out with, but don't necessarily confide in them. Other friends that I confide in deeply, but we don't go on nights out together. And it's understanding which of those friends meet different needs, but also as well with partners. And something that, quite a few people can experience is they can have this real strong sense of companionship with another human being, but there can be missing the sexual element. And quite often what we might do is we might say, okay, so this person is meeting those specific needs and they're not meeting those ones, so I'm just going to end it all completely. But sometimes opening up a conversation and saying, hey, can we support each other in this area of our lives? And then these other needs that I need to have met, that I go and search them out elsewhere. And as long as everybody is in agreement and it's done with the utmost respect for each other, why not think outside the box and choose to do things differently that feel comfortable to both of you? And as long as the communication lines are open all the time, that's what can create deeper intimacy, whether that's in your friendships or in your romantic or sexual relationships. And so one of the reasons that I wanted to bring this to you was these are some of the things that we'll be looking at my non-monogamy women's circle on the 20th of July, which is Sunday. So even if you're not looking to go for threesomes and play parties and all of that, but you're questioning the dynamic of your relationship, your role in it, their role in it, maybe you want to get some new ideas and find out what your individual truth is and how you want to relate to people, come along. I will drop the link below, or you can send me a direct message and I can send you more information about that. But don't let society dictate what you should be doing. What's your truth? What is the thing that most lights you up and feels true to you? And that's what we'll be looking at in the Women's Circle.